Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa and I'm the Carbootcrafter and coming on with another clean and simple, another CAS card. And today it's we're going to do some, well this is going to be an A6 size card, but you can do it whatever size you like and you'll see what I mean when we get started. It's so easy to adapt. So for the A6 you start off with a A4 piece of card and just cut it in half like that. So we've got two A5 size pieces of card, and then just fold those in half to make them into your A6. So we can make two card bases out of one piece of A4 card. I'm just going to pop those to one side while we do the next bit. So the next bit, I'm using this this card. It's 100 sheets of 160 GSM crafting card from Poundland, although these I'm now getting from the car boot for about 50p. So and as you can see, I've used quite a lot of them because they used to be quite a thick stack of these. So yeah, so I'm using, or you can use scraps, whatever works for you. But get yourself lots of bits of card or scraps or whatever, and then just cut yourself off some 1/4 of an inch strips, just like that. Okay, so when you've got your 1/4 of an inch, and I save the bigger pieces, I don't do the whole piece, and I'll show you what I'm going to use those for in a second. Once you've got yourself a whole bunch of 1/4 of an inch strips of card like this, we're going to start looking at how we're going to glue them down. And you can do this in whatever order or colour or style or whatever you want. I've done some that are just two pieces, two colours should I say, of cards. I've done some which are three, and but my favourite is doing with all three colours of these. So I'm just going to take one of every colour. So we've got red, yellow, and what's missing? Got orange, green. Of course, I never see the green. I don't know why. I'm not colourblind or anything, but I just never see the green. Right, I shall pop the remaining strips there. And what we want to do is to form a pattern here. Something as simple as that can work really well. But what I do like to do is kind of almost like weave them a little bit, so that they're kind of interacting up and down and between each other like that. And once I've got a pattern that I like, I'm just going to bring in my glue and very carefully put a little dab of blue where they meet, like that, and then move on to the next one. So a little bit of glue at the top here, and it doesn't matter that it's off the page, it's just to hold it steady for the next bit. I could glue them and then sort of weave them if I wanted to, but this paper is, if it gets wet, then the dye comes out of the paper really easily. So as I found to my cost, I'm wrecking my cardstock if I'm lifting it up while it's wet. So there we go. So I've got that sort of stuck down in a few places, and that yellow one I can just put at a slight angle. So I'm going to pop a little bit more there, I think, to hold that. Okay, so once I've got a sort of weave that I quite like, I'm going to start sticking it down. Now this one I'm going to stick down independently because it's just slightly to the one side, so it's not really weaved in. So just a line of glue down there, and then lay it across the page like that. And then this bit that's already weaved, I'm just going to come back in with some glue on the back so that I can glue it onto the front of my card. I can see the scramblers are out in our road already. Doesn't take long, does it? Right, there we go. And I'm just going to lay that down. I'm going to overlay it a little bit on that yellow, I think. And we've got that. going on like that. And while that's drying, I'm just going to pop it to one side. And I'll bring the other one in and do exactly the same. It's just, you can start yourself up like a conveyor belt with these things if you want to. So again, yellow, green, red, orange and blue. And each one's going to be ever so slightly different because, you know, you're laying them, although you're using the same colours, you're going to lay them down slightly differently, maybe weave them a little bit better, or maybe change up. Now that's a bit too, yeah, not keen on that. So let's start again. Think, did you ever play, let me think, what was the name of that game? Pick up sticks, or what else was it called? I can't remember now. But there were some games where you just had a load of sticks and you just let them fall, and then you had to pick them up really carefully. So it's that kind of look is what you're after, like a jumbled mess of sticks of card, like that. I think that one going off like that. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it's just like the colours don't seem to clash too much. So yeah, I might just move that weave up a little bit and pop that one like that. Yeah, I think, oh, let's bring that under that blue like that. Yeah, that's better. Yep, quite like that one. So again, I'm going to hold it down. My hands are getting a bit sticky, so I'm going to hold it down using that. So fold that back, a little bit of glue on there. Hold this one back and a little bit of glue on there. And then go this side and do the same again. Just lift it up ever so slightly and put a little bit of glue where it's going to cross over on the one underneath. And this one crosses over ever so slightly on the green, so just going to put a little slither on that corner of the green like that, and a little bit of, to put some on that yellow already. No, I didn't. So let's put some on that there like that. And then when I'm happy that I've got enough so that this is going to sort of hold together, turn it over and a little bit of glue on the back. And I do tend to kind of run it as much along the length of it as I can. I know there's a lot that sticks off the end of it, but I'll show you what I do with that in a minute anyway. Right, let's flip that back over and lay that one down like that. Okay, smooth that down as much as I can. Right, now pop that one to dry. Now what I'm going to do is get my scissors and I'm going to cut straight across, but I'm going to leave about half an inch, maybe more there, so that's fairly straight. Then I'm going to get my glue again and I'm going to go all the way to the top on these pieces, and I'm going to just bend those over like that and glue them on the back of the card. I found that I have a much better finish if I do this. It looks much better from the front especially. Well, that's what I mean. Look, this card, this paper really bleeds if it gets wet. So yeah, I find I have a much better finish even from the front, especially from the front, if I do that. And then bring my scissors back in and just chop those pieces off there like that. You may have to come in. I can see, look, there's a bit that's floating about there, so I'm just going to come back in and put some glue on there, the back of that one, and let it fall like that. So now we have a tangle there. Okay, So I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. So my yellow's a bit short, so I'm going to come down to the length of that yellow like that. Oops, let's move that one out of the way, and do exactly the same. Turn it over and put a little bit of glue on the back of those 5 strips. I'm using 5. Feel free to use as many as you like. I've got a couple there that have got more than 5 on. I'll show you in a moment what those look like that. Then let's come back in with our scissors and just chop this end off there like that. There we go. And then we need a sentiment. So this is going to be a thank you card. So I've got my Gemini Mini, which, to be honest, I'm not enamoured of anymore. But I'm using this die. It's a thanks die, which this was free actually. It's from Tailored Expression. It came free with an order we made at Craft Club a couple of years ago, I think it was, pre-pandemic anyway. So that, oh no, that's got to be 3 years or more, hasn't it? Gosh, that's gone quick. So yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not enamoured of them. How much I've only used it a handful of times, and look how much it's buckled and it's split. And I'm going to have to replace this already, and I haven't had it very long. So feed it into my Gemini. Take it back again and move that out the way, and there we go. Now this is another reason, look, it absolutely wrecks the thanks that comes out of the middle. Well, normally I'd like to keep those and use them for another project. There's a couple of letters that aren't too bad, but the rest are absolutely wrecked. And I think that is, oh excuse me, sneezing, a lot of dust in here. And I think that's because of the bend on there, that as it goes through the first time it bounces. But yeah, anyway, let's move those out the way and then bring in one of our, or both. I've only got one at the moment, so I'll just stick on the one. So I'm going to grab my glue. And so this is the bit of scrap that I could have carried on cutting, but didn't. This is the, you know, these are what I'm using, those larger pieces that I didn't carry on doing or cutting the strips for. So, and I'm going to sit and actually make quite a few of these, because through the year people do gift you things, and it's really nice to send. Oh gosh. And of course it's really nice to send a thank you card. That's all right. There's like a smudge underneath, but that kind of enhances the thanks under there, so that's okay. I can live with that. So last but not least is to grab yourself some of your favourite Diamante stones and decide what colour or list of colours you want to put on there. So I have a pokey tool here somewhere. I can't remember if these are individual or on a strip. Are they on a strip? They're on a strip. So let me find 3 colours I like, and I can use those. So let's use those ones down this. I'm going to use 3 different ones. So I'm just going to make a snip there, and hopefully I can get hold of that and lift all 3 up. There we go. And pop it on there like that. I think ideally I'd choose the colours that were there, but without messing up the whole lot. And there you have it, one thank you card. Nice and simple, dead easy, but that could be anything on there. And use whatever thank yous you've got. So there's a different thank you that I've popped on there, and I've used the 3 red ones to highlight the red there. This is one which I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strips that was, and it gives much more of a tangle on your card, and you can come over it as much as you like, but as it's a clean and simple card, I wanted to keep as much of that white space as possible. There's another one. There's one with a very ornate thank you on there, which gives it a completely different feel. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's so cute. And yeah, I'm going to make a whole host of them so that I have lots of thank you cards ready to go if I get any happy mail or anything like that. Okay guys, well I hope you liked that. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. So quick and easy, and it can, like I said, it can be for any time of year, any occasion, and using scraps. You know, I might be using those 5 colours, but use whatever comes to hand. Okay guys, well I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.